It's very different from actually seeing heaven looks like that, which it doesn't,
Yeah.
to actually, I mean, my garden is created out of my desire for plants and things which are nature, because I'm nature orientated. Other people could create things which are fun and enjoyable because it's her safe place of enjoyment.
Yes.
And I don't think God's going to have a problem with her enjoying life in her imagination of creating a safe place and an enjoyable place for her to express that. Why not? If she's 50 years old and she's still going to the fun fair and it's still, I think probably it's not gone on because it's a starting point. And if she learns that and as she connects with God, God's heart will inspire her to begin to create things and to live from a different place. Because at the moment she's a child. Well, child loves Disney rides. Why wouldn't you want to create something like that to enjoy? And actually, maybe she'll become a ride designer. Who knows? If she follows, and that could be something which is her creative expression. But if she continues to develop her relationship with God, God can share his heart with her. So her creativity and her imagination can be used in a broader sense for a bigger purpose. Make sure you don't put your limitations on her, but encourage her to continue to grow in that. And to, definitely encourage her and don't do anything to put her off that, because why wouldn't Jesus enjoy her being creative? She's a child. She should be doing things which children do and enjoy and have fun with. If she continues in life able to live in a place, then that will only grow and develop into a very rounded, well-balanced place. And she needs a safe place, and if she can go to a safe place and find that safe place, and it's her, so long as it doesn't become a prison for her mind because she's afraid of coming out of it, then it's okay to explore and to develop. My garden was planted with plants I like. I didn't ask anyone else's advice what they would want in my garden. I chose the plants in my garden that were things that I liked to grow. And yeah, I also planted some things that don't exist in this world in my garden out of my creative choice of thinking, well, I like color. Why can't I have a rainbow plant or this, that, and the other? Because so my garden is populated with some plants and animals which are very different from what exist on Earth. Because it's my garden, I can create what I like in there. I have the first time I ever created anything by thought, which was a bird, which had, sort of plumage, rainbow plumage and beautiful yellow and blue feathers and whatever, that is flying around in my garden because it's my creation. So I can still see it and enjoy it because that's what it's about. It was about enjoying it. That sense of creative, if we can get our children, grandchildren creatively exploring their imagination in a place with God, then that imagination, that state of being is going to expand and produce the solutions that we're looking for in the future. Because there'll be creative solutions, but in tune with the heart of God. In my garden, the first experience of my own garden, what was it? A tree with a swing that
Mm.
I sat on, and God pushed me and swung me and gave me fun. I never forgot that. I never forgot my first experience of that garden was one of innocence, and one which God showed me he was my dad and he wanted me to enjoy. Because I love being on swings. My intention was, could I ever go right round? Obviously, the physics is you can't, without a massive push from something external. But actually, in my own mind, when I was a kid, I used to try. I used to try and get as high as I could possibly get on the swing, you know. But God knew that. So God pushed me. No, he didn't push me all the way around, but I had that experience with him in which he took something which he knew I enjoyed and he shared it with me in that place. You know, which I think goes to show God is not what we think he is. Yeah. You know, he takes the time to spend with us in enjoyable moments, which that was, and that set the pattern for my garden. You know, I enjoyed it and I celebrated it, you know, and I, you know, went on the river of life and floated around in it. You know, and actually that was a process. Well, not that I knew it at the time, but that flowing where the river went took me to places of knowledge and identity and destiny and transformation. You know, and it started with the relationship within the garden of my heart, which was God saying, I want this intimacy of relationship with you. You know, and it felt that way. You know, it was such an innocent sort of start to knowing something I didn't know anything about. I didn't know I had a garden in my heart. Yeah. It's like, and I didn't even know that was where it was when I was first in it with God. But when I asked him, that then set a pattern for my life and being able to cultivate and tend it and grow it and use my imagination to generate things that later on are and will be part of everyday life, of choosing to create realities to live in. If you enjoy these videos, would you please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much.